that was planning on attending gets here. I have a sign-up sheet. If anyone wants to talk about the Main Street project here. I also have copies of the citizen guide, the same thing that Amy handed out a few minutes ago. And I've also got handouts that are specific to the Main Street project. The only thing that's different is the caption. So feel free to help yourself to any of those, or if you would like to submit any comments regarding the Main Street project, make sure to get your name up here. If comments that you just gave regarding 8194 are also germane to 8195, which is the Main Street project, there's separate transcripts, separate sets of public comments. So if you'd like those comments included in the board's consideration of the Main Street project, then I'd ask you to repeat yourself. Also, because we have some time, if people want to ask some questions of Nexsun Energy off the record for a certificate of public good pursuant to 30 VSA section 248, authorizing the installation and operation of a 1.5 megawatt solar electric generation facility to be located at 258 North Main Street in Rutland, Vermont, known as the Main Street Solar Project. My name is Tom Nauer. I'm the Utilities Analyst with the Public Service Board. The board has appointed me to serve as hearing officer in this proceeding. With me tonight are John Gerhardt, Staff Attorney with the Public Service Board, Andrew Flagg, Environmental Analyst, and Dave Watts, an Engineer. The purpose of tonight's hearing is to provide an opportunity to hear input regarding the proposed Main Street Solar Project. This is not the only forum for input. The board also welcomes letters and emails for written comments. I have brought copies of the board's citizen guide to the Section 248 process, which is right here on the front table, if you haven't already gotten one. This includes an overview of the board process and also discusses the intervention process. This handout provides more information about this hearing and other ways that you can provide input to the board, including the email and physical addresses if you choose to write to the board. Tonight's public hearing will be transcribed by a court reporter. This transcript, along with all other comments received by the board, become part of the case's public file so that board members, staff, and the participants in this proceeding can consider the comments. Although the public comments are part of the public file in the docket, they are not part of the evidentiary record. Under Vermont law, the board's decision in this case can only rely on formal testimony from parties to the case. This testimony, as well as other exhibits, must be accepted into the evidentiary record. The public comments are helpful in raising new issues or perspectives that the board should consider. These comments are often the basis for questions that we raise with parties during the evidentiary hearing that will take place. So we have representatives of Nexsun Energy here tonight, as well as Ms. Sheila Brace, an attorney with the Department of Public Service. I will allow these parties to give some brief opening remarks, but the primary purpose of tonight's hearing is to hear from you, the public. Parties to the case will not be given an opportunity to discuss the merits of the case tonight. This is because they will have an opportunity to present their cases during the technical hearings. So with that, I'll allow Nexsun Energy to give a brief overview of the Main Street project.
Thank you. Just like before, we'll keep this short and sweet. This is the map of the Main Street project. As the locals know, the Wood Cart and the Dollar General are the two stores that you can see from North Main Street as you come northbound up the road. This is the Wood Cart. Dollar General is right here. Our access comes in between the two stores, goes down the hill, and this is where the project area starts and comes to the back of the property. You can't see the project site from Route 7, even from the Dollar General parking lot. The only view shed is from the back of the Wood Cart, who is actually the landlord of our project. We picked the site because it was zoned commercial, and that you could not see back into the panel fields being in the city of Rutland. The neighbor to the south is also very supportive of the project. He came out at our city hearing and voiced his support for the project as well. This is a 1.5 megawatt project, so it's a little bit smaller than the other one. Same idea, we have a gravel access drive which comes up to where we keep our equipment, and then these are the two fields, both to the east and to the west. It's really kind of a general overview of the project, and happy to hear your comments.
Ms. Grace, would you like to introduce yourself and the department's role?
Certainly. So, my name is Sheila Grace, and I'm an attorney, and I work at the Public Service Department, which is separate from the Public Service Board, and our role is to represent the public as a whole in proceedings such as this.
All right, thank you. So I have 3 people so far that have signed up. We will begin with Mr. Chris Solicitor.
Thank you. Once again, happy to be here, excited, and thank you for your time. As I said with the last project, I'm generally in support of these 2 projects, and I'm in support of the entire sort of GMP and Rutland City's efforts to become the solar capital of Vermont, the country, and maybe even the world. With that said, with all projects, it is my hope and expectation for the Public Service Board to consider the landscaping when and as it is relevant. Even if it's not relevant, to make sure that the appropriate questions are asked, looking at it from viewpoints and or future development. I think there can be and potentially is and realistically will be, if not in the immediate future, over the years, a big impact on property values and the city's ability to market itself, and for companies to market these initiatives if they're done correctly. And what I mean by correctly, in part, is integrated within the community aesthetically as much as any other concern would be considered. So I'm in support of this project, yet like every project, I think the Public Service Board, whether like the last one is built on a dump or something on State Street in downtown Rutland, which was built on a piece of property that was not aesthetically pleasing to begin with, I think it's a great opportunity not to look at what the property was 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I think it's a great opportunity to think about what do we want Rutland to look like 5 or 10 years from now, and how does this play a part in that in terms of not only developing the industrial and commercial abilities of the city and its residents, but also the community and the ability to attract more investment in and around these projects. Thank you.
Thank you. Pam Johnson.
Hi, and again, I'm Pam Johnson, and I'm just here as a city resident who owns property and pays taxes in the city, and I came because I was concerned what the appearance would be and how it would affect our city in general. I'm pleased to hear that it's not going to be totally visible from the road, that you won't be able to see it, so most people won't even know it's there, and I just ask that the board keep that in mind, that what it looks like will affect us. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments. Malcolm Jensen.
I have nothing.
Okay, thank you. We had a gentleman join us a few minutes late.
Just observing. Thank you.
Okay, great. Anyone else wish to speak tonight? If not, again, tonight is not your only opportunity to let the board know your thoughts. Your written comments, either through email or through traditional physical mail, are always welcome. We have the Citizens Guide right here, and that contains both the email and the physical address. So I thank everyone for being here tonight, and I see no further comments, so we're adjourned. Thank you.
That was